Hi, this is Aaron for BandLab, and in this video we're going to make a beat in the style of the late, great Juice WRLD in BandLab's free online DAW. I'm going to start with a guitar patch, specifically twang guitar in the guitars category. I set the project's key to B flat minor so that BandLab knows what key to pitch shift any musical loops we add from the library to. Set the tempo to 150 BPM and sequence a riff. I want to give the guitar part a subtle psychedelic feel, so I open up the Effects tab and add Modulation, Phaser 45, and turn up the rate knob to around 6. This would work well with a little delay, so I add Delay, Filter Echo, and turn the mix up to about 50%, turn the delay time down to 197 milliseconds, and turn the feedback up to 63% to get a tight rhythmic effect. Next, I want some beats to underpin the guitar part. I select drum pads, ultra fat 808, and begin with a snare on the third beat of each bar. Then program in a closed hat part on eighth notes with an open hat before the snare, a 32nd note hat roll at the end of the first bar, and a gap at the end of the second bar. The kick in the Ultra Fat 808 kit doesn't fit the vibe I'm going for with this track, so I add another virtual instrument track and this time select Drum Pads Sinister Trap. I place kicks on the first and last eighth notes of the first bar and on the second and third eighth notes of the second bar. I also add the shaker sound from this kit before the second snare and a couple of finger snaps on the final eighth notes of the second bar. These are a little loud, so I reduce their velocity to 91 with the Edit Note Velocity tool. Of course, we need a big, dirty 808 bass, so I'm going to go for Synth Bass 808 bass. The bass line follows the movement of the chords and the rhythm of the kick. This is a really clean sound, so I add distortion, puff pie, to the effects section. To get the right feel, I turn the sustain level down to 0.2 and boost the volume level up to 9 to make up for the drop in level. I'd like to be able to have a musical crescendo at the end of the track, so I add another virtual instrument track and leave this set to the default piano grand piano patch. I sequence in a variation of the chords prescribed by the guitar part, and I want this to have a dramatic emotional feel, so I add reverb, studio reverb in the effects panel. I'd like to add some strings as well, so I make a new virtual instrument track and set it to strings, violin section, and copy the MIDI over. Part is a little bright and upfront, so I add the filter multi-filter effect, turning the frequency down to around 1100 Hz. I also add a studio reverb, this time turning up the mix knob to 8.4. Some vocal effects will enhance the psychedelic feel of the track, so I open up the Loops library, select the Loops tab, and set the filters to Voice and Hip Hop Trap. Trap Pop Light Instrument 04 fits the bill, so I drag it into the project. BandLab automatically time stretches and pitch shifts the loop to fit the project, but it still doesn't fit quite right rhythmically. The loop would sound a lot better if it played an eighth note earlier, so I truncate the start of the loop and move it to the start of the bar. This sound is also a bit bright for the project, so I apply multi-filter again, this time setting its frequency to about 4 kHz. Currently our mix is running a little hot, so I turn down all the tracks to -3 dB, apart from the piano and strings, which I take down to -7 dB and -11 dB respectively, so they're not too loud. Now it's time to arrange the project. This arrangement is based around a repeating form which starts with just the guitar, then adds the beat and bass, and finally the vocal. To keep things interesting, the guitar drops down an octave during certain sections. During the last breakdown, the piano is introduced, and this is joined by the strings for the tracks crescendo and outro. And there you have it. That's how you make a Juice WRLD style beat in BandLab's free online DAW. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Again, this is Aaron with BandLab. See you again next time.